Hello everybody and welcome back to the craft room with Tanya. Now I've been going through some of my backgrounds, and these are all bits and pieces that, oh, there's another nice one that I've made myself. Bubble painting, jelly printing, shaving foam, you name it. It's all in there. You can smell the shaving foam actually. So what I've done is I've decided to try and use some of these up. So I want to make a card. Now I have two pretty little ones here. This one you can just about make out the leaf print. So that's been kicking around from September because I remember doing these with Amelia Rose. It's a very poor leaf print on the jelly print, and the reason it's so poor is because we use far too much paint. And this one, oh, I've no idea. That's probably been in there since the year dot, but I like the colour. So I was thinking, I've pulled out my text stamp. Let me see, what else have I got in here that might be fun to use? Oh, musical script. That would be nice as well. And I think, do you know what? I think that'll do. I think that'll do for today. Right, so what I want to do is I want to jazz these up a bit and then use them as a background and a focal point on a card. Now, I'm going to try and do this without a whole lot of chittering, which would be a first, wouldn't it? You don't really need the embossing buddy for this because we're not too fussed. I think I'll do the text on this one and possibly the musical script on the other. So all I'm going to do is get some of the Versamark down, and then I think I moved that, do you know that? It's a wee bit, just a bit, not the end of the world. I don't think it would matter too much. Let's see now. Let's see if we put some more there and there, and then a little bit. I know it's upside down, but you'll never notice. Right, and that's plenty of script. All right, I will give this a little clean. A little dry. And then we'll pop that back. These are stamps from Indigo Blue, and as I've said before, and I will say again, Indigo Blue are just fabulous when it comes to stamps for journaling, for mixed media. I love them. Now this is just wow embossing powder, polished gold regular. I've actually sent away for some fine embossing powder, and I need to get more regular as well. Right, that's one done. Now let's get you back in, and we'll put the lid on before I knock it over. I've already had a calamity today. Just got floors cleaned and everything nice and ship shape in the kitchen, and then Tesco's delivery came. I don't think I've used this one, and I was stacking the biscuits away, and I didn't know that somebody had put a couple of those wee titchy bottles that you buy of wine. Well, there were a few of those up in the cupboard, and I don't know who put them there. Could very, very well have been me, because it's quite high up and I'm the tallest in the house, so it could very well have been me. Makes it worse, but I forgot about them because it's the Bicky cupboard, and that's why it's so high up, to keep them out of reach. It's always been our biscuit cupboard from, you know, the kids have been tiddlers, so there you go. I can't really see with that big, so I'm going to take that off, and I'm going to do this. Yeah, I want to do this pretty straight, I think. Yeah, that's good. I think that looks well. Let's do another one. So anyway, I've got carried away again. I merrily shoving the biscuits into the cupboard. There wasn't that much actually. It was a couple of packets of ginger nuts and a thing of Twix. So that whenever, if wee ones call, that we've something in the house. And I hope I haven't overlapped there because I'm that busy chittering. And of course, cheapers out. Did I move that? I don't know. We'll soon find out. Let's get the gold down on it and we'll soon find out. I can always brush it off if it is. So I shoved the packet of Twix, which is one of those super duper long ones, into the cupboard and promptly knocked the titchy wine bottle for 6. And of course our floor is tiled, and as you know, tiles are not forgiving. I actually don't know if I like that. We'll do a little tiny bit of it and see what we think, and if we don't like it then we can brush it off and redo it. It's not the end of the world. Let's see. It's a great thing about embossing a powder, isn't it? So, bottle of wine promptly flew across the kitchen floor in pieces, smashed to smithereens. There was wine up the dining room table. There was wine up the fridge freezer. There was wine across the cupboards, the lower parts of the cupboards, and the kickboard. Oh, such a holy flaming mess, I can tell you. I was not a happy bunny. So I had to start in, obviously, and hoover like frantic, brush up the glass, hoover up, and then start in to mop the whole floor again. And I'm still finding last shards. Do you know that? Right, I'm going to give this a go with the heat gun, and I'll pause it for a moment so you're not having to listen to it. Bear with me a second, please. Okay, and there we go. So this actually turned out really, really lovely. I'm chuffed with that. That's my little music script, and that's my italic script. So this one I did first, so I'll cut that first. Now let me just put these out of the road because I have them every shape. Pop those up there, and I have pre-cut some white cards. So which one? Right, that looks pretty there. So I'm going to use that little bit. Have I enough to cut my background out? If I keep it over, I do. Right, here it goes. That's a nice bit. I like that. Right. Oh, so pretty. There we go. That's one bit done. There's a little bit of white there. I don't think it matters, but there's white all over it. Shouldn't matter. Right, keep that to the edge. And off we go again. That's that done. Now I'm going to do exactly the same with the other one, although I haven't pre-cut anything yet, but I'm going to. Now, does that allow me enough room there? It does, doesn't it? We'll just do the 2 in the 1 pass. It's a little bit heavy-handed with the ink. I think I moved it. I moved the, what do you call it? The stamp, unfortunately, on this one, but it won't matter. There we go. And there's the 2 done. Perfect. Those are just regular press cut nesting dies. Now, I have a tiny piece there and a tiny piece there. And what I'm going to do is, you never know, I'll use those like this morning, you know, when you cut up lots of little pieces, these all, there's nothing more on that, not really, no, I'll bin those. Right, I'll keep the rest. Now, here goes, which one do I like the most? So if we pop that one in there like that, that in there like that, these are stitched nesting dies just, and then that little one there. Isn't that pretty? Look, isn't that really, really pretty? Now let's try the other one. and see which we prefer. So, oh, I do like the colour in this one. It's really rich. And yet I preferred the colour of the background on that one. Yeah, it goes that way up. Oh, decisions, decisions. Do you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and make them both. But I want to see this one. So I'm just going to stick this together very, very quickly and put it on a card so that you can see how it looks. And hey presto, two backgrounds used and 2 new cards. And again, because they're quite similar, if you did a few of them, you know, if you say you did 3, let me just make sure I've got that straight. If you did a set of 3, then you have 3 very, very pretty cards to put into a pack to gift one of your friends or family members. Now, let's get this down. Is that straight? Looks straight to me. Perfect. Now, there's a bit I've actually... No, I haven't missed. I thought I'd missed a bit. Right, and then we just pop this down. Oops. No, I'm not very... Which way up does this go? That way. And which way up does this go? Oh, lordy. Let me see. Well, at least if we have them going the same way. So I haven't got a clue. I'm not musically inclined, but no, to pot. I'm just going to shove it down. Who's going to notice? Except an expert in music, and not a ton of those in our family, I can say. There's a few, mind you. My uncle Charlie used to be... Great Uncle Charlie and Great Aunt Eileen were in the Ulster Orchestra, so there you go. Now, they'll be turning. They will be turning if they see me. Not knowing which way up to put a musical score. Right, not to worry. There we go. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Right, I think that looks so pretty. Now let's get it on to a little card. Here we go. Here's one I made earlier, as I say. And no foam tape because we've plenty of layers here. So it'll be too expensive to pop in the post. There we go. Isn't that really simple? Very, very simple. Very, very quick card to make. We had everything sitting because it's just embossing powder on top. I do believe I have that upside down, but none to worry. None to worry. It's too late now. I'm not turning it around. We have embossing powder on top of an old background that was just taking up space. And there we have an absolutely gorgeous card. Now, I'm going to go ahead very quickly and make up the other ones so you can see them both. But I'm going to pause it so you don't have to go through the whole thing. Bear with me a sec. And there we go. 2 very, very pretty little cards. And you see what I mean? If you had a third... Now, you could embellish these obviously a little bit further if you wanted to. You could have a little butterfly. There's still plenty of material left to cut a butterfly out of. You could have a musical note. Would be nice. You can have a feather or a quill and an ink pot. Whatever you want. Entirely up to you. I think the cards are pretty special as they are. I think if we cut a musical note and put it inside, it would be nice. And maybe a little quill or an ink pen inside that one. And I think the fronts of them just speak for themselves. So there you go. Very, very quick, very easy, very, very simple little cards to make from your homemade backgrounds. Using up those bits and pieces that you have lying around. It doesn't matter what they look like, you know, if they're really and truthfully, like these weren't anything special. This was a fail in regards to a leaf, and this was, well, I have no idea what that was, but I just thought the colours weren't too bad, and a little bit of gold. You could do silver, you could even go with white if you wanted to, but I think the gold gives it certainly with the dark colours, gives it a little bit of je ne sais quoi. So I'm going to leave it there for today. Thank you so much for watching, as always. And as always, please enjoy the rest of your morning or afternoon or day, wherever you are in the world. We've another grey morning here this morning, I have to say. But there you have it. So, yes, Tanya, less chittering. Let's get this done. Thank you so much. Please take care. And all the very best. Bye-bye now.